spending your beautiful Friday night with me, then welcome. My name is Juliana, and today we're talking about Nutra Harmony. First of all, one of my personal favorite brands, and I'm very excited to have to represent it to you guys. If you have any questions, the chat is open. I just have to get some technical stuff out of the way. We're trying some new things today, and I'm so excited. I will address everyone in the chat. Let's see. Let me know in the comments. Do you guys want to see the chat uh, on the screen or only when questions come up? So don't forget to follow regardless of where you are watching. I do want you to shop on beautiful Amazon. You have everything you need right on your screen right here, I believe it is. So scan it, check it out. You could also go in the comments if that will be easier for you. Let me put it on. I'm so excited. I just want to make sure the sound is there. Let's double check. Today's theme, I hope everyone knows, we're helping women understand what to take, when to do it for mood, for your digestion, for your hormones, and of course for your long-term wellness. And I'm so excited because I am almost 40. I will be 40 in 2 years. Somehow I stopped counting around when around the time I turned 35. However, I do have to say there's a staggering difference between 35 and 40 and even 37. Somehow these 2 years, it almost feels like it's sometimes overnight. Anyone else ever experienced that? When you go to sleep, you wake up and all of a sudden your face almost feels like it's going down. You start seeing things that you've never seen before. And of course, my biggest thing was digestion. This is when I started turning to supplements and wellness products in general. To my shame, this is when I started learning about my body, period, which is awful, I know. But here I am, a year into it. Now I'm 3 weeks into taking a cool supplement, and we're going to share it with you in a little bit. And I'm just super excited to be able to share it with you guys. And of course, do it live. Thank you so much for the hearts. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Okay, in the chat, you will find everything you need to shop. So please do, if you have any questions or requests, I'm here. Ask away. I'm going to welcome everyone on every platform just so we have it up, and then we're going to get going. Okay, welcome. Don't forget to follow, set up notification. If certain platforms when people watch, they tend to mute, please unmute. I'd love to talk to you. Come in, say hello, come hang out. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I will pour my favorite drink just for Nutra Harmony and the spooky little season. I got two things that you guys can enjoy. Check out my cool earrings and my drink. So go grab your favorite drink. I'll get some water. I had to learn the hard way. I went live a couple of times, and believe it or not, but after an hour of talking nonstop, your throat is giving out. But here is to Friday night, and I'm forever thankful that you're spending it with me. Okay, I think the sound is good to go everywhere. Perfect. So, hi, everyone, and welcome to Wellness and Wisdom. We are still in the running to find a cool name. For now, it's Wellness and Wisdom. Does wisdom come with age? I don't know. I'm still looking for mine. Like I said, to my shame, I just started learning in the past couple of years about my body, and it's a staggering difference between 35 and 38, what I am now, right? I feel my body needs more support to maintain the same quality of life, be it how I look, or even more important, how I feel inside my health, right? I hope I don't have to tell anyone that everything comes from inside, including beautiful glowing skin, healthy bones, your overall mood, and how you carry yourself to the world. So, welcome to Wellness and Wisdom. I am taking cues. If you have a better name, put it in the chat. I'd love to hear it. If you'd like me to put up the chat on the screen, let me know so we guys could see it and discuss. This is your weekly Neutral Harmony Amazon Live. Don't forget, you can shop on our Amazon store. You'll find everything you need here or in the chat. If you've been feeling bloated, exhausted, or moody, or like your body is kind of out of sync, you're not alone. The best way I can describe it is literally overnight. One day I wake up and I just don't feel like myself. I feel this incredible sadness for no apparent reason at all. Things are actually looking up, career and personally, and just my mood is down the drain, and there is no apparent reason. Moody. I was bloated, ridiculous. I wasn't regular, if you know what I mean. And I had to figure it was something in my brain, right? Right? That's the first door I kind of opened. But boy, was I wrong. Had to start totally somewhere else. Our hormones, our gut, and mood are all tied together. And tonight we're going to untangle and give you the real solutions that work, from daily vitamins to hormone balance, gut health, and hair health, hair care. Why do I want to say hair care? Hair care. Um, and of course, this is all to balance, and we're covering what to take, when to take, and why. So whether you're navigating your stress, perimenopause, energy dips, or just want to feel more like yourself again, this live is for you. Everything that I discuss and talk about is, of course, in our Amazon carousel. And for you guys, you can shop right here or head into the chat. So everything I talk about is in the carousel, so you can scroll as we go. You can learn as you shop and take action tonight. You can actually follow us on Amazon. That way you'll be not only in the know, meaning you'll know about all the coupons, the latest discounts, but you'll actually be notified if you wish to every time we go live. So make sure you hit the follow button wherever you are so you don't miss any wellness lives in the future. Feel free to drop the questions in the chat anytime. I'll answer as we go. And of course, we'll start with segment number one, which is our gut, our hormones, and our mood stack, which is a daily core support, one of my personal favorites. Because although I started at digestion, I ended up treating my gut and my mind. So let's start with the basic digestion, energy, and hormone balance. When these are off, everything else is off. It's already been proven that our gut is everything. It controls even our brain. I sometimes think that the good guys and the bad guys, all the bacteria, the little critters in my gut, actually tend to control me, send me on various missions, be it to get chocolate or to munch on an apple. And it's only up to you to build your routine so that you actually go and grab the apple instead of the chocolate. So these 9 Neutral Harmony products form your daily support system for women's health. I do have to mention something. Do you have to take everything that I mentioned? Absolutely not. This is why I always tell you specific stacks that you could actually target a problem. So if you're looking to fix your digestion, energy, and hormones, you'll take these particular products, and I'll give you best descriptions when, why, and how. And then we'll break it down even further. So don't feel pressure. Don't feel like you have to get 10 products and then you have to take it every hour by the hour or count every 15 minutes. Absolutely not. We make it as easy as possible because that guarantees consistency. We're looking for consistency. Oh, hi, welcome. I'm so excited. We have naturally, and I'm going to say it again, hopefully, if not this time, by next time, I'm going to say your name correctly. Naturally Dupree. Such a pretty name last time, and I still, every time I say it, it gives me French vibes. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm so happy to see you. Okay, so we'll start with vitamin B complex. B vitamins are essential for our mood, our metabolism, and our hormone balance. This blend supports nervous system, and I have it right here. I think I've mentioned it before. They are amazing. One of the best things that I like. Dupree. Good to see you. Hi, Faith. We got another question. What can I take for GERD issues. I suffer from digestives. I can hardly use the bathroom regularly. I do just want to put 5 products. I have to take, okay, vitamin D, iron. Okay, great. We'll definitely discuss iron. We'll discuss vitamin D. Bariatric, you mean you need a gentler form of multivitamin? We also have that as well. Oh, thank you so much. We have faith and okay, awesome. Okay, so definitely we'll discuss all of those today. And I'll be happy to put in the chat if you give me a little second. We'll finish the segment and I'll put recommendations for you. Of course, anytime. Okay, so vitamin B are essential again for mood, metabolism, hormone balance, and this blend supports our nervous system health and gives you a clean, caffeine free energy. So many women actually with hormone imbalance are low in B6 or B12, and that shows up as fatigue, sometimes even as far as anxiety, or sometimes cycle irregularities. So when is it best time to take vitamin D? In the morning with food, and it's a great foundation supplement, and it pairs beautifully with iron and vitamin D. My favorite specifically about this product is because it is drops. It tastes just delicious enough to take it and not, be a little hesitant about, but it doesn't taste like candy at all. Easy, super easy. I believe it's a mixed berry flavor. Again, energy, brain, and mood. I like it more than the capsules we have because my stomach is a bit sensitive. So I love the vitamin B drops specifically. I do love the drops, and you have Mulin. Mulin is excellent, especially those who tend to suffer with upper respiratory issues or perhaps have had some bad habits in the past and are looking to excrete and clean out their lungs. Mulin is an excellent product. I also use it on off. Great idea from Faith. So B vitamins, cool idea as far as drops, especially for those who are rather sensitive, because a lot of the supplements, when taken just as a capsule or a tablet, can cause some digestive issues. So this is where drops come handy. Let me double check. Do we have a chat? Okay, perfect. Next, we'll talk about cortisol support, and this one is for stress. I've recently told, I think now we're in week 3. Week 3, I've started taking cortisol and saffron just to see how that will influence my mood. So, would you recommend taking vitamin D, B12, and iron together in the morning? Absolutely. However, my only recommendation, if you're taking vitamin D, make sure it's D with K2. Don't take just vitamin D, but they usually are paired together. Vitamin B12 or a complex, also a good idea. And of course, iron. We actually have iron that is slow release, and it has vitamin C, B12, and D3. So the only thing I would add to this would be vitamin D3 on top and K2. So let me actually highlight it for you. I like it because it's slow release in my experience. And after having 3 children, all C-section, I always had to take iron afterwards. And the backup and the irregularity, I just couldn't go to the bathroom. I'm sorry for too much information, but since it's all girls today, I'm going to give you as it is. Every time I took iron, it caused severe issues with my stomach and it was awful. Constantly backed up. But now I take the slow release and it kind of ensures that it's throughout the day so it doesn't hit your system all at once. And I haven't had an issue with going to the bathroom. But I also would add it does have vitamin C and B12 and D3, but D3 is not as much as I would recommend. So I would take vitamin D3 and K2 on top of this. But yes, Faith, that's a great point. Okay, so back to cortisol. Let's swipe up. This is a really cool product. So cortisol And this one is for stress. And let's be honest, who isn't stressed, especially today? Adaptogens like ashwagandha can help your body adapt to stress instead of crashing it. It supports your adrenal health, balances cortisol, and helps you stay calm without feeling sedated. And I think that's the main point, right? We want to be confident, focused, and relaxed without having that odd feeling, not in your right mind. I've never really liked that feeling. I like to feel like myself. I like to feel clearly. Oh, that's so, thank you so much, Faith. You're very, very welcome. Oh, I feel you. This is how I ended up here to begin with, looking into supplements, and to my big disgrace and shame, learning about how my body really works. What does it need at 35 years old, which is insane. I do remember we had a course in biology in high school, but it was an overall. I wish they would have done a little bit more in depth. I wish we came out of high schools knowing what we should eat and what shouldn't eat, which vitamins and nutrients we need. Um, how to do our taxes, right? There's a couple of things that I think schools could teach, and this is one of them. And I feel like for women, sometimes it does feel like it's all in one day. You wake, you go to sleep, you're 38 years old, and then one day you wake up and you're like, whoa, a whole array of problem, and nobody warns you. I'm glad that only lately we started talking about it, right? Because it could be a lot, and there's no. I've tried explaining it to my own husband, and unless you're a woman, you really don't get it. So it's hard, especially when we're not talking about it in society. So this cortisol and health support is great for women dealing with belly fat, irritability, or burnout. That's one of the cool things about this specific supplement. Now remember, all adaptogens, be it just ashwagandha or a blend like this, works best with consistency. So just like saffron as well, you'll see results in 6 to 8 weeks of consistent use. So some supplements, 4, even 6, 5 days into it, you'll feel a difference. But in all the adaptogens, things that will help you manage stress, and as a byproduct help you deal with belly fat, help you deal with irritability and burnout, they need a little bit of time to kind of rewire your nervous system. Oh, I'm so happy. When we started here with Neutral Harmony, we did a whole bunch of lives here on Amazon, and we talked about everything, a whole bunch of themes. And then I saw that every time I specifically spoke to women about our problems, discussing my own personal experience, I saw the incredible need, and we need this. We need to be able to find places and go to people, discuss it, bring our own experiences. I always encourage everyone to share. We've had some incredible inputs and ideas here. It's like the wisdom from, this is why I wanted to call the group Wellness and Wisdom, because I feel like when we gather together and we share it, it kind of brings back what we may have lost in the communities. Absolutely, absolutely. Number one thing that predicts the quality of life and how long you will live is how many personal connections you have. And with this technology, you would think that it would be more, but people are struggling. Not many know their neighbors. So I think if done correctly, maybe through these lives, we could actually build cool communities where we can come in, share, and feel like we belong. Somebody hears you, right? Sometimes you just need to speak and know that your husband isn't looking at you like you have two heads. And somebody understands what you're going through. So again, cortisol health support. Awesome, awesome, awesome. For my Amazon folks, I've highlighted it for you. Definitely for people who are under constant stress. So think teachers, nurses, police officers, firefighters. First of all, thank you for your service. Second of all, this would be a cool idea. If not even a specific blend, just look for an adaptogen or an adaptogen blend. And I think over time, you'll be amazed what it could do to you, what it could do for you, rather. Okay, next one we'll do our baby demon news with hibiscus flower and cranberry. So this one is pretty cool. Many people think that it is for UTIs only, However, it actually supports bladder and gut health overall. So Demonuse flushes out harmful bacteria while hibiscus reduces inflammation and bloating. If you feel puffy, inflamed, or deal with digestive discomfort before your period, this one is for you. So for my younger ladies, if you feel that severe bloatiness, I know in my case, it was more so the pain. I have a friend who experiences her period a little bit differently. Not so much pain, but she puffs up. Sometimes she would need like a pant size one or two sizes up. So for her, something like this would be incredible. This is also a great supplement for someone who does suffer from constant UTIs. And I know that the only solution that the doctors give you are more antibiotics, stronger antibiotics, and they send you off. Nobody tries to help you overall and kind of maintain and avoid it to begin with. So, a great product, again, to not a treatment for a UTI. And I always tell you that if you have, if you take any type of medication on regular basis or you have any type of diagnosis, please, before taking any supplement, you need to speak to your doctor. That's very, very important. And second of all, no supplement will be a end all cure. So it is not instead of medicine. And it's important to understand that it will help you improve the quality of your life, um, and kind of plug the holes, but it will never treat if you have a diagnosis or if you don't know and something is really, really wrong. Okay, so not just for UTI, supports bladder and gut health. Pretty cool if you have if you suffer from digestive discomfort before your period, and if you tend to puff up rather be in pain, then this is a great idea as well. Next one is a cool experiment that I've been doing now for 3 weeks, and I'm excited to say that I'm finally starting to feel it. I really intend to compare the lives when I started taking saffron and how I feel now. So it shows incredible, in studies, it shows incredible results as far as your mood, and it is clinically studied for mood support and appetite regulation. And that was my other thing. When I'm under stress, when I'm nervous, I go one of two ways, and I go severely. I either stop eating altogether and I lose a lot of weight, and I have been ballooning back and forth, a huge portion of my life, or I sometimes tend to eat. So this is amazing for emotional eating as well as PMS, irritability, or anyone going through perimenopause. I think I'm officially in perimenopause. I've started, like I said, one day I woke up a couple of months back and I felt not like myself. I didn't recognize myself in the mirror. I hated everything about the way I look. And sometimes it happens every now and then. We know sometimes as girls, we wake up and we feel beautiful, like we can take over the world. But every now and then we wake up and it's like, oh, I could kill someone. As they say, you woke up and you chose murder. So I woke up, but it never left. That awful feeling never left. And I continued feeling sad for no reason. I didn't like to look at myself in the reflection. I didn't like the way my skin looked. I didn't like the way my nails looked, the way my hair looked. Everything irritated me. And that's when I started taking saffron. So I told you I would keep a diary, and I have, as promised. We are in week 3. I want to give it like a full run. So 6 to 8 weeks, and I will report it back. But I just want you to know that it is clinically studied for mood support and appetite regulation. So it naturally boosts your serotonin and pairs beautifully with B vitamins and L-theanine. So if you want energy and happy face and mood, then you take saffron and vitamin B. If you are looking for a focus, clear mind, then you take saffron, clear focused mind and happy mood, then saffron and L-theanine, which we'll discuss in a little bit as well as part of our brain segment. So saffron, if you're struggling and you just feel, again, this is not in place for actual medication. If you feel or have been feeling depressed or you have severe anxiety or panic attacks, I encourage you to talk to someone, find a doctor, speak to your doctor ASAP. Do not wait. But if you are experiencing sadness like I am, perhaps you're going into perimenopause, perhaps you've been in there already, or you have been under a lot of stress, or you have huge things that are happening in your life, then I really, really encourage you to try saffron. Um, Again, clinically studied, and it's shown some great results. You have 3 months supply in one bottle, which is more than enough to feel the difference. My only suggestion is, like I have, first, take a picture on day one. Two, if possible, take a little diary for yourself. I just call it my Juliana diary. It doesn't have to be elaborate, doesn't have to be complicated. Just put a date, put your mood, put, if you're looking to improve your mood, then you put your mood. If you're looking to improve your digestion, then you put how you feel that day. Have you had any problems with your stool? So whatever the issue you're trying to address, when you start taking a new supplement, start a little diary. All you need is a date, how you felt that day. Is it better? Is it worse? What actually happened? If possible, what you ate that day. You will be amazed. Once I started doing that, I was able to backtrack so many things, and we don't remember. And sometimes we don't put two and two together until we see it clearly on paper. So does it have to be elaborate essay? Absolutely not. Just put a date, put what you ate, put the supplement that you're taking, and put how you feel that way, how you feel that day. If it's mood, or if you're addressing a digestive issue, just put whether you went to the bathroom, whether you had some issues, bloating, etc., etc. If you guys decide to do a diary like that, I'll be happy to come up with a template for next life. Let me know in the comments if you guys would like a template for such a diary. I don't even know, would we call it a diary? Let's call it that. A little note taking. But if you'd like a template for it, I'll be happy to make one for you guys for next time. You guys can screenshot it and you'll start it. Definitely recommend, because sometimes we think one thing and in reality something else is happening. Okay, next one is also super cool. Perimenopause or menopause supplement. This is a 25 in 1 and it is a game changer. So if you are going in perimenopause, or if you are already in perimenopause, it's definitely a game changer for support, especially if you are in your 30s to your 50s. It includes black cohosh, Vitex, DIM, and magnesium, all designed to ease the hot flashes, the bloating, the sleep issues, and mood swings. This is one of my go-tos now for cycle support and hormone detox. Um, I think it's needless to say that it also has pre and probiotics. I always recommend, if you're going through perimenopause or menopause, to really, really focus outside of your hormones. Your number one priority should be your gut. I promise you, if you everything will be good with your gut, everything else will fall into place, including your mood. So will there be a huge adjustment with your diet? Probably. But once you dealt with the hormone part of it, I encourage you to really look into and learn everything you can about your gut and start addressing and feeding the good bacteria in it. And in the meantime, while you're doing that, definitely get yourself some support. And this is a great, great complex. If you don't have time to, dive deep and figure out every supplement, vitamin, and nutrient, just take one little complex and you are good to go. But definitely, definitely address your gut. You will be happier, healthier, and more vibrant for it. Notice I've said outside of your hormones, because if you are going into perimenopause or menopause, you need to address the hormones first. That's number one. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to work. Nothing's going to fire, and nothing's going to work the way it should without those. But once that's handled, take care of your gut. I mean, at any age, we already know that everything starts and blooms from our gut. So it is super important to take care of it at any age. But if you are in perimenopause and menopause and you want to really have a vibrant quality of life, like feel great waking up and happy, your gut is your main focus. Okay, so perimenopause, great one. For my ladies who are just starting their journey or looking for a simple solution to get most of the vitamins in one neat little pack, then we do have a cool multivitamin. Think of it as your nutrient insurance policy. It's formulated for women's needs with iron, folate, B12, D, and herbal support for energy, digestion, and cycle balance. It's pretty cool because it has a little bit of everything, so it covers kind of all the holes. So while you're figuring everything out, perhaps you want to get a blood test, you're not sure where you should start, you haven't pinpointed where the issue is, or you just want one pill overall to kind of maintain, then this is a great idea. It is especially important if your diet is a little, let's say, on the go. So if you've been ignoring it a bit, then this is a great alternative. Okay, we have a couple of more supplements in this section. We'll talk about iron, vitamin D3, and bariatric multivitamins. I'll put in the chat for Faith specifically a list. She mentioned that she already takes iron. And then we'll add, let's see, vitamin D3, K2 liquid we have, or we actually have it in capsules as well. Let me just put it together for her. I forget how I have to type it up. Oh, maybe I can put it in here. Okay, multivitamin, iron supplement. Let's do iron supplement and then I'll put it in the chat. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask away. If you have any requests, if you don't hear something you want to know more about, put it in the chat. This is for you. I love talking, as you can see. I love sharing. So I'll come up with a theme or a conversation. But if you want to hear something specific, if you want your issue solved or your question answered, then put it in the chat and we'll be happy to build a whole live around it if we need to. I promise you, whatever the issue may be, you are not alone, and you don't have to go through this alone. We are here for you. Just let us know and we'll deal with it together. Okay, iron supplement, like I've mentioned earlier, is slow release. This is why I personally like it, because it's my constant issue ever since having child number one. So this ensures that it doesn't mess with my digestion and I still go to the bathroom regularly. So low iron is so common in women, especially if you've had heavy periods, recent pregnancy, or follow a plant-based diet. I think many of us, once we leave the hospital with children, a huge percentage leaves with a huge bottle of those iron pills that are the size of a cup. And the worst side effect is that our stool and digestion isn't regular. So this one is gentle. It doesn't cause constipation. It supports energy, mental clarity, and hormone production. It even carries vitamin C, B12, and D3 in it, which helps iron go where it needs to go, which is super cool. I am so sorry. Okay, awesome. So, my only recommendation is if you are planning to take the iron, I would add D3K2 on top of it, because although it does have D3, it does not have your full dosage. So just add vitamin D3K2. I think that was our next one. We have them in liquid format, and I love this combo together. Just incredible. And remember, if you are taking D3, take D3 with K2. I think now every D3 pretty much comes with K2. K2 is the little bit, that little key that opens up the lock and tells vitamin D where to go. So it is super important. This is a must-have for hormone, immune health. D3 boosts your mood, supports calcium balance, and K2 ensures that it all goes to your bones, not your arteries. Plus, it's a delicious liquid form and it is super easy to take. It is orange flavored. I love it. Just put it right under your tongue in your mouth and you are ready and good to go. So definitely a cool combo for anyone who's low on iron, who's feeling, if you've ever been low on iron, you know how that fatigue and tiredness feels. Like you will never, you can never confuse it with anything else, right? I felt like severely after every time I given birth, and once, I think, outside of that, and you just know. But a great way is, of course, to do a blood test. Okay, last product. So this was iron. Here I highlighted for vitamin D. For my people here, please shop. You do have a code right here, special message here, or check out the chat. Let me see if the chat is actually live, if you can see it. Dun, dun, dun. Nothing better than managing a whole bunch of women. I love it when women come from all over and we get to congregate. Okay, awesome. Iron and our D3K2. The only other multivitamin that I wanted to mention, Faith brought it up, and I think it's such a great point. So, if you are older, if you have stomach sensitivities, or you are recovering after a surgery, a regular multivitamin may be too heavy, too much for your body to work through, absorb, and send where it needs to go. For you, we have a lighter version, which is a bariatric multivitamin. Super, super cute. It actually also includes 45 milligrams of iron. So if you are older, or recovering from surgery, or you have sensitivities or issues with your digestive tract, this may be a better way to go. Dun, 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 dun. I want to make sure everyone sees it, every camera. Okay, so designed for post-op or anyone with nutrient absorb issues. Think IBS, SIBO, or postpartum recovery. So it's rich in essentials and very, very gentle on the stomach. Don't think it's for everyone. Please, if you're good and there's nothing wrong with you, just take the regular multivitamins. Your body is designed and can absolutely take it. If you are post-op or postpartum, then this may be the solution for you. Okay, top 5 live questions for our segment number 2. If you have your own, or you don't hear the answers to the questions you have, feel free to put it in the chat, or just come in and introduce yourself. Let me know what your name is and where you're tuning in from. So, top 5 live question for segment 2. Can I take all of these together? So, yes, and this is referring to the supplements we just mentioned, which is vitamin B complex, cortisol support, D-manose, saffron extract, perimenopause, women's multivitamin, iron supplement, vitamin D3K2, and bariatric multivitamin. So can you take them all together? Yes. Should you? Probably not. If you are going to do the multivitamin, that's great. Then add something that you need more of. If you're looking for absolute energy, do the B vitamins. If you are looking to stress manage, do multivitamin and cortisol. If you are older, post-op, postpartum, instead of regular multivitamin, do the bariatric multivitamin. What if I need just 5? Oh, 5 is pretty much. So I would do a multivitamin, and then the rest should address your specific issues. So multivitamin plus iron is a great idea. I think you said you're already taking it. D3K2 is a great idea. And then address what bothers you mostly. Digestive mainly issues for me. Okay, so let's see. Then I would work definitely on your gut. I don't know if I have here. Let me see. But I have it attached. We actually have a cool new thing here, probiotics, and these are for ladies. So I would leave what you're taking now, which is bariatric multivitamin, iron, and the only thing I would add and try to focus on is your gut. So this is a probiotic for women, 50 billion CFU. It includes vaginal probiotics, clinically proven for yeast and pH balance. I think it even includes fiber. So yeah, prebiotics and fiber. This would be just a cool, cool thing. I'm so sorry. It's I promise you, it's not you. It's my whole generation. All of millennials are dealing. I've never seen so many people with allergies, IBS, and so many issues, and it has to do with the culture that we have now around food and the things we eat, which is horrible. So I am so sorry to hear that. The best thing you could do is, like you are doing already, bariatric multivitamin. That's a great start. You're already addressing iron. That's excellent. If you wanted to add D3K2 vitamins, that's great. That's for your bones. And then on top of it, I would just focus on your gut. And a great way to start is, of course, probiotics. And if you ever wanted to think about how to change your diet, that could be that could be cool. Yeah, of course, anytime. Do you have any specific food allergies? Last time, I think in our last live, we did like different protocols as far as diet, as far as exercise, everything together. But I'll be happy to put something together for you specifically for next time. Wow, are you serious? Oh my God. Wow. Wow. I mean, 10 pounds is incredible. 5 pounds is incredible. I took it for granted. When I was under 35, I could lose 10 pounds here, 10 pounds there. Now I know how it really feels. So it's funny when you see these 20-year-olds talking about, losing weight. Wow, congrats. This is incredible. What an achievement. Oh, it has to come off naturally as it goes. So if you're kind of leveled out at some point, yes, I'm a big believer. If and by changing your diet, I don't specifically mean only restricting calories. I also mean changing the things you eat. Oh, are you? Ay, ay. You know what? I never realized how affected my body is from peaches. And I love everything peaches. I love the flavor. I love eating them raw. But once I started keeping the diary, I looked back and I was like, oh my God. And I never thought, like, if I think about it, I'm like, it wasn't the peaches, it was this and that. And I'm telling you, it makes sense to keep a little food diary because sometimes you think one thing is happening, but it's totally something else. Wow, I love bananas. Bananas is, I'm a big believer in, how they say a banana helps your mood. Wow, fish. Oh, yeah. But you know what? On the other hand, nowadays it is so incredibly hard to get wild anything. And most of the things that I see, the prices are insane. It's unattainable. Every now and then, maybe, but there's almost no wild salmon anywhere. Um, I saw someone post recently complaining about the red eye sockeye, and it's all so bad. So maybe it's the higher power protecting you from eating the fish because fish has gotten so bad. Unfortunately, we have all as a society ignored ourselves and our planet, which sucks. Wow, but avocados, my daughter's favorite food is toast on avocado. Wow. So, you know what? I'm going to think about a cool, knowing your unique situation, I'm going to think about a cool little protocol and I'll bring it with me next time. Let me just take a quick look. I think we're going to be live. I think next one is going to be actually tomorrow. Let me just double check. Yep, we have one on Saturday and then again next week. So if you want to come tomorrow, you're welcome to do so. Or if you wanted to come already on Tuesday and it's also going to be at the same time, I'll be happy to bring and create a little if you follow us, actually, you'll get a notification and I'll make sure I'll prepare it for next time. Couple of ideas. Algae oil. Ooh, that's a cool idea. I'll be quite honest. When I was younger, I once got myself and my uncle thrown out of a zoo. We were asked to leave because this was I think in the early 90s. We were in the zoo and they had the elephants and all the animals and we were sitting kind of close to where they all come out of, and I didn't see any abuse per se, but the treatment, and I was a huge and still am huge animal lover, and I saw how they were treated and I threw a fit. A 5-year-old kid throwing a fit to the extent that we were asked to leave. So I feel like if I was brought up in a different culture, I may have grown up as a vegan, but then it was ruthless. The 90s where I come from, it was hard time. So no one had, no one even when we came here to New York and United States in general, 90s in New York City is not today. Oh, wow. Then, wow, I am so proud of you. This is incredible. I feel like people who change their life is just, wow. There's a saying where I come from that for every person with a hard story, you can give to regular folks. You know what I mean? Because you have more experience, more understanding, and usually more care and tolerance towards people. Oh, that's awesome. Wow. You're like inspiring me. I'm smiling from ear to ear. This is awesome. So I'll definitely put a little protocol for you as far as like food and recommendations. And I always keep in mind budget because this is insane what's happening. It shouldn't cost so much to live and eat well. Okay, so back to our questions. Our question number one: should you take all of these together, or can you rather? Can you? Yes. Should you? Absolutely not. Multivitamin plus other supplements that address your specific problems. If you are not sure what to take, you're more than welcome to come in the chat. Or if you're watching this in recording, or you can wait until the recording comes out and go back and listen. We give specific instructions for each one. Okay, what helps with mood swings the most? Try stacking B complex plus saffron and cortisol support. So we talked about saffron, cortisol, and our B complex. So if you are dealing with mood swings or you're like me and walking into perimenopause, you'll grab yourself cortisol, which is adaptogens. You'll grab your saffron, which is clinically tested for mood balance and overeating while PMSing. And of course, a good complex of B vitamins is going to give you natural energy without the caffeine and the crash. I always do, but I don't try. Oh, I know what you I know what you mean. This is what I was saying earlier. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, oh, I feel incredible. I look so beautiful. I'm ready to take over the world. But lately, once you walk into the perimenopause, you're like, oh my God, how did I end up here? Why do I hate my body? Why do I hate everything? Everything is irritating. It's just awful. Oh, B12 is awesome. Definitely awesome. So again, mood swings, we'll do B complex, saffron, and cortisol support. They work on your nervous system and your hormone and stress levels all at once. Okay, can this help with period bloating or PMS? So for period bloating or PMS, I would do Demonuse. Remember, we know our beautiful cranberry and hibiscus complex as a great UTI help in treatment, but it's also great for bloating. You could also add perimenopause complex. Super cool. I have two cameras, so I have to go up and down. And of course, magnesium. And we'll talk about magnesium a little bit more in depth. It is coming up. I actually brought you a couple of them, but magnesium glycinate is one of the best kinds because it's super gentle on your stomach. Okay, next. Question number 4. Do I need iron if I eat meat? So maybe. Heavy period, stress, and gut issues can all affect absorption. I'm a huge meat eater. I love a good steak. Oops, sorry. I love a good steak. I will never say no to beef. However, this was my biggest struggle is iron. Every time I had a baby, one time where I had operations, all these times where I lost a lot of blood, I wasn't able to quickly regenerate on my own and I needed help from outside. So just because you eat a lot of meat does not mean you're getting all the iron you need. Oh, I almost rhymed. Ooh, I'm putting together poems for you guys. Okay, where did we stop? Here, we stopped at bariatric. Okay, and of course, as always, I wanted to, oh, what's better, women's multivitamin or bariatric? If you're post-surgery, you have digestive issues, go bariatric. That's the one I have highlighted. Otherwise, women's multivitamin is great for your daily support. Okay, let's see if we have any questions. And as always, I brought you a couple of cool experts. We'll start with Dr. Jolene Brighton, and she says that you cannot balance hormones without first supporting the gut and your adrenal system. And this is what I say, that if you're going to perimenopause, address your hormones, then your gut. Everything else, you address the issue, imminent issue that's bothering you now, and then you address the gut. Once you address all the issues in your gut, I promise everything will fall into place. Oh, absolutely. I agree with Faith. She says also you can consume meat, but doesn't mean it's absorbing either. So that's getting blood work helps. Absolutely. There could be a couple of things at play here. Okay, next, Dr. Aviva Ram. She says that bloating, fatigue, and anxiety are often nutrient signals, not flaws in your biology, right? So sometimes we're like, oh, maybe it's just a character flaw, but it may not be. That's what I'm going on through. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And last but not least, our expert is Dr. Mark Hyman, and he says that food is information, but supplements help fill the gaps when life is less than perfect. And in today's world, it is less than perfect. Good fish is either unattainable, hard to find, or super expensive. So, where is the omega 3 and good protein going to come from? Same thing with quality meat. Here we are. We have two people, Faith and myself, who love meat and yet are constantly low on iron. What does that tell you about the quality of meat that we're eating? Okay, we are next on to, oh my God, we talked. I had such a pleasure talking to you. I didn't even realize we're like an hour into the live. Okay, I'm going to quickly move through segment three. Segment three, relaxation, sleep, and mood stack. This one is super important. We'll talk stress because that's huge as well, because even with the perfect diet and the best intentions, stress can wreck your digestion, your hormones, and your ability to function. I know only two kinds of people. When they stress, they overeat, or people when they stress, they don't eat. Both are horrible. Horrible. So this stack is all about calming the nervous system and improving sleep without knocking you out or leaving you foggy. We'll start with lion's mane capsule. So lion's mane is a nootropic mushroom that supports memory, mood, and nerve health. It also promotes gut repair. Remember, your gut and brain talk constantly, and they have a nerve that connects our gut to our brain, and it's called the vagus nerve, almost like a Vegas. This is a great morning or midday supplement to help you feel clear, calm, focused, especially during your hormonal shifts or high stress seasons. And I have it, let me see. I have it in two different kinds, but this particular one is a capsule. Again, we talked about vitamins, we talked about adaptogens, and now we're talking about nootropics. And these are nootropic mushrooms, which is super cool. I think we're only almost feels like we knew for generations how incredible mushrooms are. And now it feels like all this knowledge is flowing in. In the meantime, our great grandmothers knew all of this. We just lost the connection, the community, the pass down, right? So mushrooms come from that. It does it smell like mushrooms? Yes. But it's super easy to take with water. It is a regular size capsule. I really, really recommend trying lion's mane for focus, for your mind. It will help you feel clear, calm, and focused. And it does take a little bit of time to feel the difference, and you have to be consistent, but you will feel a cognitive change. You will feel like more focused, more alert without. I could only compare it to when you drink your first cup of coffee, almost like a switch goes off. So this is the feeling that you get when you're consistently taking nootropics. And lion's mane is the one that's been studied left, right, up, and center, and it's definitely awesome, especially specifically for cognitive support. So I love it. It's in my personal medicine cabinet. It's incredible. Okay, next. This is me addressing mom's brain. I don't know if every woman experiences it, but I've definitely heard these stories. So first, you lose your brain completely when you're pregnant. Then you recover a quarter of your brain, but it's all of a sudden geared towards your baby's survival, right? You start hearing the cry and you know what she needs, be it food, changing diaper, or anything else. You start anticipating problems before they even arise. You walk into a house and you see baby proofing issues. Like your mind just goes from, I don't know, if you were a bookkeeper or an accountant, from counting numbers to keeping your baby alive and safe. And then as time progressed, at least in my experience, it never kind of fully went to 100%. So when I went back to work, tasks that used to take me 5 minutes are now taking me 15 minutes. And I'm like, oh my God, am I never going to get back to the same level? But apparently you can. It also didn't help that I was getting older as well. So lion's mane is one of the coolest supplements, coolest nootropics that you can add for your memory, mood, and overall nerve health. But I would say cognitive thinking is incredible. Another cool thing is L-theanine, which is naturally found in green tea. If you love matcha, if you love green tea, this is why it's people drink it for now centuries, right? Generations. It helps calm the mind without causing the drowsiness, and it's perfect for social anxiety, PMS rage, or that afternoon edge. So if it is 3 p.m. and you're losing it, and you're thinking you're choosing murder, and you're thinking who's going down for this, how I feel, this is what you should be reaching for. L-theanine, again, found naturally in green tea. And I love stacking this one. Stacking meaning taking or combining with lion's mane or B complex when I want to stay sharp but calm. So this calm without the drowsiness. If you add lion's mane, then you are calm and you are focused, like a double wham. So if you are a nurse, if you are a teacher, wow. First of all, thank you so much for your service. Police officers, our firefighters, our nurses, our teachers. I just, wow, thank you. We stand on your shoulders, and I, like anything that my kids' teachers ask me, I am there and I bring it, period. So for people in those professions, or if you feel you're under the same stress, you're dealing with people, you need to be calm, collected, and clearly thinking, then L-theanine combined with lion's mane is an incredible combo, and you're going to come back and thank me. Okay, next one also for your brain is GABA, which is your brain's natural brake paddle. So if these two you could absolutely take in the morning and during the day, but if you need to just press stop, this supplement will get you will help quit the race and all the racing thoughts, improve your sleep quality, and support your hormone recovery overnight. If you get wired, but you're tired at night, then this one is for you. And I have it highlighted. It is, of course, GABA. So, unlike melatonin, it doesn't cause any drowsiness, it doesn't knock you out, it does none of that. It helps ease the racing thoughts. So, if you find yourself in bed, 10 p.m., you're tired, but still wired, and you're thinking, did I turn off the dishwasher? I'm going to have to call the teacher. Did I make a list for shopping? Did I get the peaches? Am I going to go potatoes? If I leave at 7:45, I'm going to be there at 8, but I have to get the kids at 6:30. If this is you when you're trying to go to sleep or relax for the night, then this is what you should be taking. GABA is your brain's natural brake paddle, period. This supplement helps quit the racing thoughts and improve your sleep quality and support hormone recovery overnight. If you get wired but are still tired, GABA would be your supplement. And we finally got to the one and only magnesium. I think we all learned magnesium during the pandemic, right? Because we all became teachers overnight. That's how we all learned how hard that profession really is, right? And we all started learning about magnesium and how to calm ourselves down naturally. So it is the most underrated supplement for women. For some reason, I see the guys and the dudes and the bros all they talk about is all different types of magnesium or magnesium complex, but it's definitely underrated for us girls. And it's too bad because this specific glycinate form is gentle on your stomach and it supports relaxation, sleep, bowel regularity, and of course muscle tension. Magnesium is works in so many different functions, including bowel. Who knew? It also helps reduce cortisol, balance mood swings, and relieve PMS, bloating. So a great one, but it's specifically this form, glycinate, because we also have a full complex where it has different forms. But if you are a girl and you want something gentle and you want something to help you relax and sleep and get all the bowels out of you, then this form is your guy, magnesium glycinate. Okay, and let's do top 5 questions for segment 3. If you have yours or you don't hear the answer to yours, please feel free to come in the chat. Let me just double check our other live. Okay. Okay, don't forget to follow. Don't forget to set up notifications. You want to be in the know the next time we go live, which is tomorrow, 8 p.m. the same time. After that, I think is 8 p.m. on Tuesday. But don't quote me on it. I know tomorrow for sure. This is why you need to follow so you stay in the know. We're still testing and trying regular schedules, and we're coming up across different platforms. I just want to make sure everybody gets a notification when we go live. Okay, the chat is up. Catherine, thank you so much for following. Welcome to Wellness and Wisdom. If you have an idea for a better name for our little community, I'd love to know. And thank you so much for everyone who's doing the hearts. I'm still learning. My daughter has been teaching me how to do it the cool way, but a heart is a heart. Okay, type 5 life question for segment 3. What's best for sleep and won't make me groggy? Magnesium glycinate plus GABA. It's a gentle combo for deep rest without the hangover feeling. So we have magnesium glycinate, which is highlighted here right now. If you are here and you want to shop, check out the chat and also look at this QR code. Okay, so magnesium glycinate, specifically this form, and GABA. These two, if you don't want the groggy or hangover feeling tomorrow, but you want to have deep rest, meaning get into that RAM and actually rest. Okay, next. Can I take L-theanine during the day? Yes, it is perfect in the morning or afternoon. It comes without sedating. I love it. And if you're looking for focus and clear thinking, then you can absolutely put it together with lion's mane. Next, what's the difference between lion's mane and GABA? So lion's mane supports long-term brain health and clarity, while GABA helps in the moment for sleep and stress. Next, is magnesium safe for daily use? So absolutely, most women are deficient. It supports digestion, muscle, nerves, and hormones. Can I take all 4 together, meaning lion's mane, L-theanine? So uh, lion's mane, L-theanine, magnesium, and GABA. You can, but I wouldn't take them all together. I would do lion's mane and L-theanine in the morning. And then at night, I would take magnesium and GABA. And then you're going to be one happy, focused, and relaxed girl. Okay, experts, we have Dr. Andrew Huberman. And now, ladies, if you've never heard this name before, if you've never seen this man, don't thank me because you're going to get off this live and you're going to go look up Andrew Huberman. Thank you, Lord, or thank you, higher power, whatever it is you believe in, that we have such an expert. Okay, Andrew Huberman, L-theanine, he says that L-theanine improves focus by reducing background noise in the brain. I just, please, if you could do one thing for me is go search up, or at least research the experts that I give you, because not only do I find cool, awesome people. You'll get a lot of information from them as well. So next is Dr. Mark Hyman, and he says that magnesium is the miracle mineral, and this is the reason why it got so super popular during the pandemic, because it's calming, healing, and vital for every cell in our body. Last but not least, Dr. Amy Shah, she says that GABA and magnesium work synergistically, means together to support our gut and brain calm. So it helps calm the gut and the brain. Okay, last segment. I'm going to go quickly. We're already a little bit over the 1 hour. If you're still with me, I appreciate you and thank you so much. Beauty stack. Let's shift to beauty, because when your gut and hormones are out of balance, it often shows up in your skin, in your hair, and of course your nails. The products in the segment support healthy hair growth, radiant skin, stronger nails, while also addressing internal absorption and inflammation. So, my top products as far as hair are the serum and the hair mask. Let me just see where I have it. Here is the serum and the hair mask. So, if you have fine, thin hair or curly hair, I suggest taking the serum and taking about 3 to 4 pumps in a bottle of 6 to 8 ounces water pulverizer, mixing it with warm water, and then using it as a refresh for curly hair or fine hair. Just perfect product. It also works great. The reason why I say mix it with water diluted is because if you have oily hair, if you have curly hair, if you have fine hair, it's going to weigh it down. But if you have normal hair or dry hair, this will save you from the freezies and the flyaways. Just use it as a serum, leave in serum and put it on your hair after washing it. Hair mask, I love and adore. It smells incredible, feels so luscious after washing it off and drying your hair. Your hair will smell like you came out of an expensive salon. If you've ever gotten to experience that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Should always treat yourself. But just in case you can't, just the smell of it, it is luxurious. If you have dry, color treated, bleached, fine hair, then you can do it twice a week. For everyone else, once a week is more than enough. I've had it for about 2 months now, and I have a daughter, a teenage daughter. So it's me, a teenage daughter. I also have 2 boys that have longer hair and a husband. And they all love to take my stuff and experiment it, even though I hide it. And look how much. You just need quarter much. And I have long, long hair. A quarter is more than enough. Run it between your fingers, put it on your ends. You should always put it where it's most dry or where it's treated. I color my all hair, but I kind of stopped doing the dark. I still try to distribute it everywhere except my roots. If you bleach and you bleach your roots too, put it everywhere. Okay, so light, super light leave-in serum that smooths and hydrates first prone to hair, great for postpartum or stress-related dryness. If you have oily hair like I do, dilute it with water and just spray it. Hydrating mask, deep repair treatment for damaged, brittle hair. Use it twice a week if you're very, very damaged, or once a week to restore shine and softness, especially if your hair has been through heat, color, or hormonal change. Next, we have biotin. Where is it? My biotin collagen liquid blend. So biotin helps with keratin production. I know we all know that. I have highlighted it for you. So which is key for hair, skin, nails. This is a liquid form and absorbs super fast and tastes great. I think that's my favorite part about drops. It is raspberry flavor. I always think it's mixed berry, but no, it's raspberry. It's perfect if you have gut issues and which makes absorption harder. We've talked about several gut issues, and sometimes certain gut issues prevent your gut from working the way it should and absorbing the vitamins, nutrients, and minerals, which creates a whole other array of problems. So if that's the case, one of the cool ways which you can bypass the gut system is to take products that can absorb sublingually, meaning under your tongue or in your mouth. So this is a cool way. If you've been looking to take biotin collagen complex, this is a great way to do so. Next, we also have biotin collagen gummies. I love these. As you can see, I'm slowly going through them. They taste incredible. I think we have it somewhere on live. My first reaction today. to them. They taste incredible. They feel awesome. And I would say I definitely feel the result. These are great for consistent daily use. Biotin plus collagen plus hyaluronic acid all in one. It is the ultimate glow up combo. And they're just such a pleasure to take. The only problem is to know when to stop. Awesome. Okay, next we have, let's see, collagen peptide capsules. These are awesome. And here we have, you know that it's all about the types. We have type 1, type 2, type 3, type 5, and type 10. So hair, skin, nails, and joints. Remember, it's all connected. Collagen supports your skin elasticity, gut the lining repair, and joint health. If you've had bloat, IBS, or leaky gut, this one pulls double duty. It is beauty and digestion. Once again, proving that everything stems from our gut, right? So you should always address whatever the number one issue that's bothering you, be it digestion, be it hormones, and then you should always work on your gut, right? Yeah, be it digestion, your mood, and then of course work on your gut. Okay, top 5 questions that we got for segment number 4. Should I use both biotin drops and gummies? So you can definitely alternate between them. Drops absorb faster. Gummies are great for consistency. I would choose drops if you've had any type of gut issues or issues absorbing vitamins or nutrients. Gummies, if you have never had issues like that, then gummies are super easy for consistent use, right? I don't want you to buy something, put it in your medicine cabinet, close it and forget it. I want you to feel the difference. I want the quality of your life to improve. I want you to have beautiful hair, glowing skin, long nails, and be happy. But the only way that will happen with consistent use. So whatever guarantees consistent use, pick drops or gummies. How long does collagen take to work? So usually 3 to 4 weeks for skin and joint results and longer for gut healing. I always say for issues that are chronic or have been at it for a while, 6 to 8 weeks. Do I need serum and mask if I'm taking biotin? So yeah, one is topical and one is internal. They work together. There's nothing that you could take internally that will help you coat and protect and hydrate and moisturize your hair on the outside, right? You have to address both. But I do have to say that no matter of hair care, skincare, makeup will help you if you don't address internally. So if you are vitamin deficient, if you're nutrient deficient, if you're not drinking enough, if you're not eating the right things, then no amount of makeup, no amount of skincare, no amount of hair care will help you, but they can work together beautifully. Can men use these too? So of course, hair loss and skin health are gendered and they're universal. I always give my hubby when I take my biotin collagen, I always pop two to him, right? At the very least, it will let them know that we're thinking about them. At the very best, they'll also feel the same results as you. Okay, last question for this segment. Is liquid biotin better than the capsules? Great question. Yes, especially if you have gut issues or poor nutrient absorption. Remember, when we take drops, it's just a different delivery system than the gut. So it bypasses the gut system. Okay, we have 4 experts. Number 1, Whitney Bowie, and she says that collagen helps restore skin barrier, gut lining, and the 2 most important interfaces in the body. That's very interesting. So she calls our gut and the skin barrier 2 interfaces. Interface is, if you're looking at a computer, the keyboard, right? It's something like the main panel that will tell you what's happening. The skin is our front panel. A good doctor, just by looking how your skin looks, will be able to say how long you haven't seen daylight. Are you nutrient or vitamin deficient? So she's absolutely right. I agree with this. Next, we have Dr. Mindy Pels. She says that hair loss is often a hormonal or gut absorption issue, and biotin and collagen address both, which is super cool. Last but not least, Dr. Jolene Brighton. She says beauty isn't skin deep, it's hormone deep and digestion deep, right? That's why I say address your biggest problem and then start working on your gut. Okay, we have one more segment, but we're already 15 minutes past our lifetime. If you'd like to hear it, please let me know. Otherwise, it's getting rather late, and I think we can leave it for next time. What do you guys think? You're watching, so let me know in the comments. Continue or next time? And the segment that we have left is, where is it? Which one do we have left? Here, longevity and vitality stack. I think we could leave it for next time. I don't want to hold you too long. It is Friday and I still want you to go have fun. Maybe scroll a little bit. Okay, we'll do quick expert mentions and then we'll move on to the wrap up. So let's do first recommendations by concern. So I'll recommend some products to address a concern. So concern bloating. If bloating is the main issue, then you will take D-manuse, magnesium glycinate, and vitamin B complex. If your main concern is fatigue, then you will take iron, vitamin D3K2, and mushroom gummies. If your main concern is mood swings, then you will take cortisol support, saffron, and L-theanine. If your main concern is PMS or cycle balance, then you will take perimenopause complex, magnesium, and biotin. Notice how I'm not giving you a whole list. I'm just giving you 2 to 3 supplements to take. If your concern is hair and skin, you will take collagen peptides, biotin drops, and hair serum. All the products I mentioned are attached here, or for you guys, check out the code right here and the link in. Okay, if your main concern is brain fog, this is a great one. You will take lion's mane, mushroom complex, and B complex. If you have issues sleeping, you will take GABA, magnesium, and cortisol support. I'm gonna put all of these in the chat. Hold on. Right? Okay, so recommended by concern. Okay, we'll do a couple at a time. Okay, so first it's going to be the concern, and then it's going to give you the products that I say would address the issues that I recommend. Okay, so first, again, bloating, D-manuse, magnesium glycinate, vitamin B complex. Let's just check. I have to put it into 2 chats. Next one is fatigue. Maybe I can put a couple at a time so you guys don't have to wait. I appreciate everyone who has stuck around and has been hanging out. Okay, perfect. We got 1, we got 2, fatigue, and we got mood swings. Awesome. Now we have PMS cycle and hair and skin. If you are already taking some of the vitamins, then just add those that you don't have. I always say we don't take what needs to be taken or what is good to take. We take supplements to address a specific concern or issue that you're having. If you are not sure what to take or how to put it into words, what concern or issue you have. This is why we have these lives. You're more than welcome to come hang out with me, ask all your questions. Or we've had a viewer a little bit earlier, Faith, was kind enough to share her concerns, and we were able to figure out how to help her, how to stack products, how to combine them for her. So please don't be shy. I myself am TMI, especially today. We're doing women-oriented life. We're talking about us girls, our health, and I feel like, if I can't be honest, forthcoming, and share my experience and my darkest, deepest secrets with girls, then what is this world coming to? And I strongly believe there are a lot more good people, especially women, in this world. And I'm always, always wanting to share. Okay, so we've got all the concerns and all the recommendations. The stacks have at most 3 products in it. And let's see. So let's bring it all together. You don't need to take everything. You just need to build the right stack, which is just simply said the right combination for you. I've put the recommendation according to a concern. One of the coolest ways to get a personalized recommendation is to come let us know of your issues. Don't forget to follow. Don't forget to heart. Thank you so much. You guys gave me so many hearts today. I appreciate it. We had so many people come in, say hello, and share. I already have regulars, and I'm excited. We will be live tomorrow at 8 p.m. That's the next live. And then tomorrow night, I'll put the schedule for next week. Let's see. Thank you so much for joining tonight's Neutral Harmony Live. And of course, it was women's health supplements. Everything we talked about today is my Amazon peoples. We have it right below in the carousel. This is called the carousel. For everyone else, check out the code here or head into the chat. One of the coolest ways to stay in the know, get the best discounts, is to follow us on Amazon. And don't forget, Neutral Harmony offers 20% off on your first subscribe and save order. So if something really works for you, you can stick with it and save. If you need to figure out the math, how many you need, how often you should get the delivery, come, we'll figure it out together. And of course, again, hit the heart button. Amazon allows you to hit it as many times as you want. If you enjoyed the live stream, tap the follow, stay connected, share with your friends. There's a way to share the live. You can click the arrow and just share it with your friends. Feel free to text it to let your friends and family know if you found this useful. Okay, I think we've covered it all. I hope I will see you next time on Wellness and Wisdom. That's the name we came up so far with the community, Wellness and Wisdom. I know wellness has been beat up and old, but we're gearing towards wisdom. If you have an idea for a better name, please come in the chat and suggest it. Good night, everyone. And as always, take care of yourself and others. This was Juliana with Neutral Harmony Life. Thank you so much, Faith. Thank you so much, my Dupree, Naturally Dupree. I can't. I love your name so much. I'm going to keep practicing. I hope you will forgive me if I'm still saying it incorrectly. Have a great night and an amazing weekend. I'll see whoever is coming tomorrow at 8 p.m. Take care of yourself and each other. Love you all.